Press start to begin.
Alright, hello everybody, and welcome back to the Super Bonus Realm. We are back with more AI, the Somnium Files. I'm your host, John Mugiwara Jam, joined as always by my girlfriend and co-host, Christine.
Hi.
So, apparently the guy I've been following is a fucking liar. They missed an entire set of steps. So, yes, door B is blocked off, but we have to go through door E twice to get there. So first, we start with the small one. Or I should say the, hold on, I'm gonna look at it. Oh no, we're going with the big one first. Whoopsie. This one first.
Door E.
Then the other one. And then we should be on the other side to get to door B.
Less than 1 minute.
Are we?
Hurry!
With the one that's up the staircase?
Yep, that's...
That's C. You want C?
Doors.
Yep, because then door B will be a downstairs door.
Oh, I wouldn't have done that. I would have.
Use the time you get a timing.
Door
Dante,
B.
30 seconds.
Use the one.
Make time 1/9. Alright, now we're in door B. Kick open door F.
Oh, how appropriate. The door. It's F, huh?
Mm-hmm. And fuck this place.
Or as in top, though. Uh-oh. Please tell me that door right there is F.
Door F.
Kick open?
Yep.
I use one. And how many more steps after this?
2.
I would use one.
1, I think, is going to be for that big. The last thing is open. Remember how like all the murder doors are 999 seconds?
Oh yeah.
And then tackle the ladder, and then open door 4, and then we're
This
done.
is the first time we've been here.
That big door. If we can see what's in there, we'll figure something out.
Where's the ladder? Ah, shit.
Are you fucking kidding me? Wait. Oh!
An iron.
What are you doing?
Ready?
Tackling it.
Whoa!
Please tell me that's it.
This Somnium
One
is
more. We
awfully
go through that door, and it's
dangerous.
over.
Hey, that door.
Dante, you're out of time.
No, I'm not.
Rusted.
Doesn't matter.
I'm going to open it.
Because they subtract your time after you finish an action. Sure, I might not get the trophy for it, but I can always retry later.
Unless you do.
Oh no, it's not a trophy you get. You get like an album photo. You get the trophy for doing it at all.
That's... Aiba, return to the control room on the 3rd floor.
At
No, I don't
once.
do anything else.
I hope not.
Nope. And then we have a couple of scenes to sit through, and we are done with the green route. And then the last route, we're going right back to where we got. Remember, we got locked out or said finish the story to come back, and then come back. Then that's where we're going. Oh. Iris killed Rendru. What? And then who killed Iris? Nah, that doesn't surprise me.
That's probably not going to be who we expect it to be. Oh, no. Okay.
No.
never mind.
What the hell is going on?
Uh-oh.
Which means the boss got Hitomi too.
Or she's about to.
Date, what are you doing? 6 minutes are up.
Your dreams can't predict the future. They only should have passed.
Hitomi is...
Date, you can't go any longer. Force shutdown.
No!
Day 5, Tuesday. E-High.
I took a look around your head, and I discovered something. Something about the new Cyclops serial killings. Apart from Ota, there are 4 victims. Shoko Nadami, Renju Okiura, Iris Sagan, and So Tsujima. Who was responsible for these murders? Shoko was stabbed by Renju with an ice pick. Renju was strangled to death by Iris. So cut open Iris's body. But who shot So? It was you. In other words, all of these murders were committed by different people. There wasn't just one killer. That's how it looks on the surface, anyway. But that's not the truth, is it? There's only one culprit, one person, and that person is...
It's you.
Yes, you. The person in front of me right now.
You're blaming the commander of Abyss for this?
No, not Boss. The person inside Boss's head.
Can you at least try to make sense?
All right, I'll explain. You know about the abandoned chemical plant in Kawasaki? There's a prototype sync machine there. You use that device to swap around bodies one by one.
That's where all the things are getting knocked down.
In other words, the entire egg ends up being replaced. Mind, consciousness, memory, they are traded. Switched.
I don't know where it started, but at some point, you got into Shoko's brain. Then, you got into Renju's. And got rid of Shoko's body. After Renju was Iris. You strangled Renju using Iris. After that, into So. Who you used to kill Iris and Ota at the cold storage warehouse. Now, you're in Boss's body, inside her head.
I see. If you know that much, then I have nothing left to hide. Yes, I am the culprit behind the new Cyclops serial killings. I guess you can call me the new Cyclops killer.
Who the hell are you?
Saito. Saito Tsujima.
Ooh.
Congressman Tsujima's son.
What?
I researched Saito thoroughly, but I cannot find any images of him on the internet. He is listed on the family register, but I cannot find any
Yeah, because he
photographs.
keeps jumping in and out of bodies, that's why.
Yep.
Before I do, There's something I want to hear from you. How did you know about the prototype sync machine? And not only that, you also seem to know what the sync machine is truly capable of. Why is that?
That's...
Regaining your memories, are you? Human memory is fractal. If you retain even a single piece of it, it's possible to recreate the whole thing. Pieces of memories are like roots that grow into every corner of the brain, gradually, slowly, taking its time. I imagine the same thing is happening in your brain right now.
A fractal is a figure with self-similarity. Allow me to explain.
Yep.
See this?
Mando.
Whichever fragment you cut, you will see a similar shape. The whole is made up of its similar parts. This is called a fractal figure. Memories in the brain are similar. That is what he is explaining. He is claiming that from a few pieces, you can rebuild the memory.
I knew about the prototype from regaining my memory. Is that right? No, that's not it.
Parallel worlds exist.
Who was inside Iris during his interrogation on Sunday?
That was me.
You imitate her well. From the way you talked and your body language, it was like the real Iris. Earlier, too, you almost had me fooled. Your imitation of Boss was perfect.
Yes, there's a reason for that. Let me define some terms first. A person's memory and sense of self. Let's call that personality. It isn't quite the right word, but it'll suffice. Now, transferring that personality into someone else's brain, let's call that parasitism. The one transferring is the parasite. The one being transferred into is the host. Are you with me so far? Moving on. Even after the personality exchange is complete, the host's memory isn't completely lost. About 1% remains in the brain.
I'm thinking the reason Date
So,
doesn't have his memories
a
is because
parasite
someone
could
went
use
into his
that
head.
1% to imitate the language and behavior of the host. That's how I knew about the warehouse and Sunfish Pocket, by the way. Thanks to Renju and Iris's remaining memories. I'm telling you, it was me.
Oh
Why
my
are you
god.
making me
I don't like
repeat
you.
myself?
That means the Somnium I entered on Sunday.
That's right. It was me.
How? How does he know about the original Cyclops killer? Something else is troubling me.
What's going on here?
Fine. I still have time.
Time?
You'll see. So, where do you want me to start?
It's just past midnight on Tuesday. Shoko was killed on Friday. You think that is day 1 and today is day 5. What's Saito doing those days? I decided to ask him.
Go in order.
Like you guessed, my personality was in Shoko, Renju's ex-wife. That made calling Renju easy. I need to talk to you about something. He came over without question. I think it was around 4 p.m. I had him meet me at the chemical plant. I made Renju go to sleep. Synced, switched personalities, and then stabbed Shoko's discarded body with an ice pick. I took Shoko to Bloom Park by car, using the old abandoned subway line. Must have been around 8 p.m. by the time I was finished. I tied up Shoko to one of the merry-go-round horses. After that, I used Renju's phone to send a Nile message to Mizuki.
Wow.
Mizuki, Daddy got caught up in something serious.
Then, I just waited for Mizuki to arrive. Until next Saturday evening, my personality was inside Renju. My next target was Iris. I knew she would be suspicious if I asked her to come to Kawasaki, so I asked her to come to Sunfish Pocket first. I called her a little before 5 p.m., and she arrived just after 6. I greeted her, then convinced her to come with me. That's when Ota saw us. Anyway, I put her in the car, then headed to the chemical plant. On the way, I made her take a sleeping pill. I knew she might run once she saw where we were going. It was around 7 p.m. when I got there, and I wasted no time switching bodies. After getting Iris's body, I used a rolled-up apron to strangle Renju to death. Then I put his body in an empty oil drum I'd prepared earlier. I put that in the trunk of the car, then headed to Sunfish Pocket. But then, something I didn't anticipate happened. Waiting for the signal in Akiba, someone knocked on the window of the car. It was Ota. He asked me something about being able to drive. He was surprised, to say the least. I didn't have time to waste on him, but I couldn't risk him finding the oil drum in the trunk. Plus, if word got around that Renji's car was spotted driving around Akiba, that would foil my plans. So, I came up with a lie. I told him that I didn't have a license, so he had to keep it a secret. That's what that thing referred to in Ota's Nile messages, by the way. And just like that, I managed to escape a bad situation and headed to Sunfish Pocket as planned. The rest went exactly as you already figured out. Sunday morning, I had a recording or some such thing scheduled. Oh, I am of course referring to Iris. I didn't want to draw suspicion, so I decided to attend as planned. I went to Lemniscate and performed my job, and when I left, I ran into you, Date. To be honest, I was a little surprised. Just the previous night, I was a parasite in the body of Renju. I didn't think Ota had seen me. So, of course, I didn't expect to see you there so soon. You were on to me, but there was nothing I could do about that. If I ran, it would only increase your suspicion. So I decided to play my role. The interrogation began around 8:20 p.m., is that right? Then you synced into my mind. But you didn't get what you were looking for, did you? As a result, you had no choice but to release me. I didn't want to go home right away. I knew there might be police waiting for me. That would make it difficult to sneak out at night. And that would put my plan in jeopardy. So I asked you to take me to Marble. I tried to find an opportunity to run.
I thought that was weird why she wanted to go to Marble.
I got a Nile message from Ota. I knew I could use him. So I told him I needed his help and to meet me at Marble. He did as I instructed him to do.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense now.
After that, I got into the van with Ota. But because his presence was unnecessary, I asked him to stop at a convenience store to buy me something to drink. When he was gone, I took his car and drove to my parents' house where I used to live. Yes, the Sajima residence. Of course, I knew I couldn't just walk up and ring the doorbell. Hello, Father, it's been a long time. I was also in Iris's bar at the time. But I thought I could use that to my advantage. So I pushed on the intercom and sure enough, my dad invited me inside. I told him this: I want you to come with me. There's something I need to show you. He was quiet for a while, but eventually agreed and got into the van with me. We arrived at the prototype sync machine around 11:50 p.m. By the time I was in the body of Sosajima, it was a new day. This was yesterday, early Monday morning, past midnight. In my new body, I drugged Iris, put her in the van, and drove to a new location. Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse. I arrived around 1, then prepared for the show for a couple hours. Of course, when I say show, I mean dismembering Iris. Because of the temperature in the warehouse, it took longer than I expected to prepare, but... well, you saw it in the video. Of course, I didn't anticipate Ota would show up. What does that make it? 3 times that brat has showed up unexpectedly? That annoyed me to no end, and I took that out on him. Dressing him up in the polar bear was an impromptu plan on my part. I didn't mean to make you think he was the killer. I just wanted to throw a wrench into the investigation. Didn't matter if you found out or not. This all happened Monday morning. I left the warehouse around 3:30 a.m.
And then Monday.
There isn't much to talk about on Monday. Before noon, I used my old man's body to call this one Boss. You might not know this, but she and my father go back about 6 years. The two shared a terrible secret.
Oh?
Hinting at that was enough to get the boss to come running to me immediately. I injected her with a sedative, then brought her body to the chemical plant. I synced with her, exchanged our bodies. And after blowing my father's brains out, I cut his body into pieces.
So many pieces.
I stuffed the meat into a vase I'd brought earlier.
Don't say meat.
Then drove back to my
Stuff
house.
the meat. Well, that's all he was up to that point. Splatcho spoke with grace and no sign of remorse. I'm trying to keep my anger from boiling over and kept asking questions.
The prototype sync machine has a special feature. It administers a strong dose of sedatives to the original body, and a stimulant to the host.
And explains why all the victims were like
That
not
kept
conscious
them
when they were dying.
docile. To harass you. I wanted to bring out the hatred in you. That's why I called Mizuki to Bloom Park. That's why I streamed Iris's murder. Because they were important to you, weren't they? I wanted you to feel cornered, trapped. I wanted to punish you, Kaname Date. You know all about the prototype sync machine, don't you? That should explain it.
I knew. Prototype sync machine differed from the one in the Abyss in a few key ways. The machine of the Abyss is more sophisticated. Nano cables from the sync gear enter through the gap between the eyeball and the socket, and then travel to the optic nerve canal to the brain. The prototype sync machine isn't so advanced. To perform a sync, you need to remove the left eye.
Oh.
Manually.
Oh.
The subject and the syncer have to remove their eye from the socket. Otherwise, the cables cannot enter the brain. Of course, even with the eye removed, severing the connection to the brain isn't necessary. The extracted eyeball still has its optic nerve and blood vessels connected. After sync, the eye is supposed to be replaced back in the socket. It's supposed to be safe. Side effects are rare. Unless the nerve or blood vessels are damaged somehow, replacing the eyeball isn't too difficult.
Of course, I don't really care about eyes. I don't need them. All I cared about was exchanging bodies with the sync. And for that, I needed to remove the left eye.
Why didn't you just put the eyes back when you were done?
That's obvious. Once I was finished transferring into a new body, the old one was of no concern to me. Why would I bother replacing the eye? I was just going to get rid of it anyway. Shoko's is in Renju. Renju's is in Iris. Iris's is in Dad. Dad's is in Boss. Their stomachs, I mean.
Ugh.
You sick bastard.
Yes. I ate them
Gross.
immediately after exchanging personalities.
How horrible.
Homicide is my hobby. I have a tenacity for it, what can I say? Of course, it was also necessary to make sure people kept their mouths shut. If I took over someone's body, they would know about my crimes. I couldn't risk them reporting me, so I killed them. It was also a matter of revenge. Against you. It's personal. That's why I chose people close to you as targets. Well, except for my father, of course. That was personal to me, but don't ask. It's embarrassing.
Revenge against me.
This series of murders was like a journey for me. You know, traveling through bodies to finally reach the end. That's the thing about traveling. We always wind up in the same place, don't you? Where do you think that is? Your home. A trip is only complete once you return home. The same goes for me. When I return home, my travels will come to an end. So I'll be needing it back. My body.
What?
You stole my body. You took it from me 6 years ago. That's why I want revenge.
What are you talking about?
You have no idea what it was like inside my own head. I miss it. I miss my brain, Date. No matter how many people I killed, it never worked. I never felt happy. I feel miserable.
You mean?
Yeah, what are you?
He was
what do you
born with a
think,
brain dysfunction. Due to damage to the posterior pituitary gland, he was unable to properly secrete oxytocin.
Oh, that's right. My old body. How are you finding it, Date?
What? What?
That's what I've been telling you!
But I don't have the same oxytocin deficiency you did.
That is because I regularly supplement it. They must have increased your dosage too much.
No, but the person who had this disorder was number 89, the original Cyclops killer.
That is what I believed as well.
That means yeah, number
They
89's
must have misunderstood.
Kaname Date.
Pewter did not specify who exactly was imprisoned, only that one of the original culprits responsible was currently in prison.
That's strange. That would mean number 89 is the previous chairman, Rohan.
That must be it. Rohan is a parasite inside number 89's brain. Pewter must have known that.
No way.
I was confused. I didn't understand any of it.
Let us determine the specifics using Saito as our starting point. Whose brain was he in before Boss?
So Sejima.
And before So?
Iris. And before that, Renju. And before that, Shoko.
And before Shoko?
Number 89.
I was a parasite inside Rohan's brain 6 years ago until last year. I'd lost most of my memories. I was a
Oh,
shell of a man.
wait a second. That's
They
why he
housed me
took.
in a
That's why.
special
That's why he
hospital.
took the. Oh my
But
god!
I
He took
still
the
had
eyeball.
those
Remember?
fragments
Mhm.
of my mind left.
And also
Such
why
as they
Rohan
do.
suddenly committed suicide afterwards when he found out that all that stuff was
A
done with his
single
body.
piece,
Mhm.
You can recreate the whole. I took my time, slowly regaining my memories. 1 year ago, I remembered. I left the hospital and immediately sought out Shoko Nadami. I got her body, and she was in Rohan's. When she saw herself in the mirror, she lost her mind. She was confused, panicking, running up the emergency staircase, and then...
Jumped to her death.
Yeah.
That's why Rohan committed suicide.
After that, I spent a year perfecting my plan, using Shoko's body. I spied on you all this time. That's why I know everything about you. In there, in that body you are operating right now. In that skull, my personality lived there.
Wait, hold on. If what you're saying is true, what about my personality?
It was in Rohan.
I'm not Rohan!
Correct. It is just as he explained earlier. Number 89 was in Rohan's body. In other words...
That's... I real?
That's why he doesn't remember anything from 6 years ago. Jesus Christ, what a literal mindfuck.
I want my body back. It's quite simple. Sync with me and stay inside my mind for more than 6 minutes.
And if I refuse?
I know that you won't. I know it.
Huh?
Date, look! This is streaming live!
Uh-oh.
What? Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Damn you!
If you give me back my body, I will give you the location. Oh, and of course, it isn't the chemical plant in the Kawasaki district.
Aiba, where's the source?
It is being routed through numerous IPs. I cannot identify the source.
Computer, contact headquarters, now!
Got it!
Now, what will you do? Will you agree to my request?
Is this a split path where if you do, you do something, you get fucked, and if you don't do something, you get whatever?
And then you have to do it.
Date!
See, I knew you wouldn't refuse. I know you well, don't I, Doc?
We're almost done with this route.
Uh-oh, this is gonna be good.
I did it. I did it. I'm back. I got it all back!
Hey, where's Hitomi?
All right, I'll tell you as promised. Boss's house. However, it might be too late by now.
What?
Oh!
Why?
Return my body and I'll tell you the location. That's what I said. I didn't lie. I kept my promise.
You bastard!
You're the one who injured that body. It's your own fault, really.
Damn it!
Be seeing you.
Yeah,
Little did you realize the Aiba's in there now. Saved by the hammy ham!
Look at these little feet. Look at these little feet.
Date, are you all right?
Aiba's voice barely resonated. My eyesight was hazy, a heap of broken images. Sweat was building on my palms. So my throat was closing up and struggling for breath. In my ears, the rushing blood of my heartbeat was the only sound.
Everyone's dead.
Shoko, Renju, Iris, Oda, Hitomi, Boss. The flesh remains, the mind is lost.
I couldn't do anything. Saito had me right where he wanted me. Nothing. Nothing.
Parallel worlds exist.
Words suddenly echoed in my head. I couldn't remember who, or where, or why, but I thought that if there really was such a world, then me in that world, I is another.
Could I have had a better future?
prayed that I could. I felt my consciousness sink into a black abyss. Yeah, perhaps there's a future where everything's just peachy. Well, I guess that was the end of that route. Annihilation route ends. No longer locked.
So, when do you want to start the next route?
I don't know. Do you want to... Didn't we say we'd make the episodes a little tiny bit longer? Or you want to just end it here? Because we're just going to get ready to start the Peach route. Let's see what we have left to do. I don't need this anymore because we got the right answer.
Are there spoilers on this one?
There kind of are. We have one more Somnium to do. So, you know what? Why don't we just keep going
Sure.
for a little bit and see how far we get?
How long have we been going on this one?
36 minutes.
Whatever. Fine.
But we won't let it get to be an hour like that last one was. That last one was like an hour, 16 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But we won't let it go that long. All right, so back where we left off for the actual resolution of the game. Day 6, Wednesday, Sosai. Because the next page is it's called the Peach Resolution. This is the last.
I'm sorry, I'm done.
You know, you're so cool. And with my star, we're gonna rule.
Please stop.
You're awake.
Hey, Christine.
Damn it.
Understand I'm gonna love you to the very end.
Well, do something about it.
No.
What is it you expect me to do?
Yammy.
Come out of my eye socket and get this off of me.
I cannot.
Why not?
My body has short-circuited. It must have been the electric currents from earlier.
Gah.
But fortunately, my communication functions are still operational. I attempted to reach HQ and Abyss personnel for support.
And?
No response.
They ignored you?
There must be pressure from the higher-ups, likely a result of Congressman Tsujima's interference.
He thinks I'm investigating Monika's case.
That is not the only reason. So Tsujima holds a personal grudge against you. He wants you dead.
Yeah, makes sense.
The feeling's
That is
mutual, I
likely why
guess.
Pewter is attempting to delete my data.
Oh, and this is the one where Peter's a traitor.
For now. But if they breach my final layer of ice, they will destroy me.
Where's the
I will
little
cease
thing?
to exist.
What? It was like smacking them with a hammer.
Oh, that was you.
The hamster wheel was hacking.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
You.
hi there.
You're Saito Tsuchima.
Oh, so you figured it out.
And what we now know is Kaname Date's actual body.
Without his left eye. You were inside Renshu, weren't you? Until just now? You used the machine to exchange minds, then got rid of his body.
Close, but you're a little off. I didn't get rid of the body. He died of natural causes. But what interests me more is you. How do you know you can use the sync machine to exchange minds? The way you're talking makes me think you know why I took out his left eye.
How? How do I know that? Why do I know that? Why do I know about Saito, the prototype machine, changing personalities?
The current. Did it unlock your memories? Then tell me, this body was originally...
Mine.
That means your body...
This is your body. Isn't it, Saito?
Words came out easily. I don't know why. But in the moment of harsh realization, I knew. 89's body is mine and mine is Saito's.
Well, if you know that much, then this should be easy. Give me back my body.
Where are Iris and Hitomi?
Don't worry, I haven't killed them. Yet.
Yet?
The brain you are currently occupying has an interesting quirk. It releases a flood of dopamine and endorphins when it kills. I thought I'd take that brain back before killing those two. In front of you, of course. Which is why I haven't killed them yet. Such beautiful eyes. I was going to begin the sync, but I think I've changed my mind. I want to see you mad. But what will really set you off?
Do you remember when I made reference
right now
to
Right.
JoJo and how like the villain of JoJo Part 4 has
you
a
have any questions?
fetish for severing women's hands and dating them? And Saito Sejima has a fetish for severing out women's eyes and looking at them. You know what they have in common? Both of those people are voiced by DC Douglas.
Wow.
So I had to ask him what he did every day until now. So this is, well, which was first? Which was first? The dub of Part 4 or this? They came out around the same time.
Go in order.
Saito explain what he did on Friday. I was fully expecting him to go, and I'm gonna kill them right in front of you, and it will give me a rock hard cock. He actually says that in the dub of JoJo. It's really, really funny.
Okay.
Disturbing, but I couldn't. It caught me off guard. I didn't understand why. I felt like it was being etched to my brain. You know who else DC Douglas voices? That's a complete fucking creep. Kamoshida in Persona 5.
I was still in Renju's body. My next target was Iris. If I asked her to come to the abandoned factory, I knew she would be skeptical, so I called her to Sunfish Pocket. I even video called her, but for some reason, she said no. This was around 5 p.m. I was still Renju, the president of Lemniscape. I didn't think I would have any trouble getting her to trust me, but...
Date, do you remember? Saturday evening after syncing with Mizuki. Inside the Somnium, you thought you saw Iris's body, so you called her. The time was 4:52 p.m., right before Renju called Iris. You told her.
Okay, don't go anywhere. Lock the door and stay at home.
Iris didn't accept Saito's proposition because of your warning. If you did not warn her...
She would have been taken here.
I decided to pick her up in Renju's car. I thought that if she saw me in person, she would trust me. However...
You got in an accident around 6:10 p.m. and lost consciousness.
Okay, I have a thought.
So unlucky.
As soon as we start the final Somnium, we'll call it an episode.
But my ultimate goal is still achievable. So it's all good.
Because we're gonna get there after we talk to him some more.
Oh, right. I put that there. When I was fixing Shoko's body on the horse, her phone fell out of her clothes. I forgot that I had given her one. I didn't want to take it with me, and I didn't want to toss it away. So, I decided to push it into the mouth of the horse.
The merry-go-round horse's mouth was hollow, which allowed the phone to fall down into its body.
Where did the statue have a hollow mouth?
After the accident, my
You think if they
body
built
was
that, they
taken
would
to
just not
Central
like make like a
Hospital.
hole through the body.
I regained consciousness just past 12 a.m. Sunday. The surgery was a success, but Renju's organs were in a horrible state. But I had somewhere to be. I left the hospital, rented a car, and headed to Iris's house.
I know what happened after that. You got to the Sagan household at 2 a.m. You pushed the intercom button.
He was sweating buckets and he came up to me with this begging look in his eyes. He said, "Come with me."
You got Iris to come with you. But when you tried to bring her here,
I got scared. I pulled my hand away and ran.
Good girl.
Oh, you know that too?
And if I remember correctly, this is the route where only Shoko has died. Renju and everybody else are missing.
Have my drugs on me. The sleeping pills were inside Renju's crushed car. I was pushing.
And Iris didn't die of the tumor.
My plan and my body were both shambles. I'm sure the painkillers were affecting me as well. My mind was scrambled, and I couldn't think straight. I couldn't chase after her. I needed to sleep. I managed to make it back here and collapsed on the ground. Next thing I knew was the next day. I woke up around noon on Monday. Renju's body was about to expire.
Oh, it's like that's Renju did die.
By Monday, Renju's body was almost completely dead. And of course, my consciousness
we just saw him dead earlier, so...
That's when I got a call. From a Mr. Amanoma. The man you call Pewter.
Oh, hello.
There's a story after that.
The boss told me that number 89 was coming. Then, Renju asked, "Is there any way we can let number 89 escape?"
So Peter came up with a plan to help 89 escape. Rohan as 89 got into the car with Saito as Renju and fled from the police.
When I heard that number 89 was coming to Abyss HQ, I came up with a plan. Iris trusts this number 89, this body. I thought I could use it to get to her. And there was another reason. I planned on eventually switching bodies with you. You and I would get our original bodies back. And after I do that, I will kill Iris and Hitomi in front of you while you're in this body. A rather nice plan if I do say so myself. That's why I asked Pewter to help number 89 escape. I wanted this body at all costs. I brought Rohan, who was inside number 89's body, to the abandoned factory. Rohan was my partner in the Cyclops serial killings 6 years ago. So naturally, we had a lot to talk about. But I didn't have much time left. Not to sound like a broken record, but Renju's body was almost done. It was completely
I'm wondering if that's why Shoko Nadami was abusive to Mizuki, because Rohan's personality was in her brain.
As a result,
because remember, Shoko was in Rohan's, and then when she saw herself, she jumped from the building and killed Rohan's body and herself by proxy. About the shooting on Monday?
Just mercenaries I hired. After I woke up Monday, I arranged the hit.
There's no such thing as the Nutter Butter Gang.
But I had access to Renju's bank account. I paid them with his money. Of course, my intention was only to kidnap Iris. But after I got this body, I didn't really need them anymore. But they had already been paid good money, so I decided to leave the arrangements as they were. And then, Pewter. I told him about Iris and hiring the assassins. I told him he could use them for whatever he needed. And he acted on his own without consulting me. I called Iris about 24 hours ago. Tuesday at 1:40 a.m., I started a video chat with Iris. Long time no see. I'm sorry to call you out of the blue like this, but I need to see you. Iris got so excited that she dropped her guard. I told her where to meet, and she agreed right away. It was all according to plan. I knew that if I looked like him, she would do anything.
I've been looking for him for 6 years.
I see. That is why Iris left Matsushita Diner.
So the person she trusts most
You, Date. Number 89's current body was originally yours.
After Iris got into the car, I put her to sleep. I restrained her and called Hitomi.
I have your daughter. Don't call the police or she dies.
I used Iris to reel in Hitomi. And you. Thanks for being so cooperative. But you did drag your feet. I was getting tired of waiting. I was only 12, but I remember it vividly. On that day, 18 years ago, I heard my dad on the phone. I'm going to see Monica. I got into a taxi and followed my dad's car. He went to the Harbor Warehouse District.
Why did you kill Monica?
I've only ever been happy when I was killing something. Before Monica, I would kill cats and pigeons. It was the only way I could feel happiness. The only way I could feel anything. But like a drug, I eventually grew a tolerance to it. Next, I'll kill a human. That's when I found out about Monica. That woman took my dad from me. And she stole all the happiness from my house. So I chose her as a target. I was born with a brain disorder. I can't secrete oxytocin from my pituitary gland. And I didn't have a mother. Not a real one, I mean. My mom died giving birth to me. So, naturally, my emotions toward my dad were complicated. Sometimes I think, if I didn't kill Monica, would things be different? Maybe the murders 6 years ago never would have happened. Me, you, Rohan. Maybe none of us would have gotten mixed up in this. And maybe Shoko Nadami never would have gotten killed. Isn't destiny a curious thing? One mistake can change so many lives. Sorry, I don't have anything else to say to you. And even I'm growing tired of seeing that twisted, angry face of yours. So, shall we get started? Give me my body back. What a strange fake eye.
Oh, conveniently it took out the other one.
Oh well.
He doesn't know about Aiba.
No, he clearly doesn't.
That was ugly.
Ew. Hey, but I don't like that.
This playthrough was your idea. What are you talking about? And I believe this is the final Somnium of the game. And the rest is just everything else.
This is the sync room.
What?
Okay.
Doing the Iris dance.
That was... Damn it, why can't I wake up? This doesn't look like footage from a surveillance camera.
Let's block 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll bet you he has a lot. 5. No, he only has 5. Date Kaname, special agent. Verify identity.
What?
Wait, really? I didn't do anything.
What else we got?
I already have the checklist. What to do next?
Am I being synced?
Alright, well, next time on the Super Bonus round, maybe, possibly, could it be the finale of AI, the Somnium Files? Maybe, I don't know. Why don't we find out together?
Get it? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if it will be. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys probably for the last time for this game. Bye-bye.
Wow.